Well, thank you for coming here today. Today I'm pleased to announce introduction of the Regulation Moratorium and Jobs Preservation Act of 2011. I introduced it back before the debt ceiling agreement was reached back on July 28th, and Congressman Reed Ribble just introduced a companion bill in the House on Monday. And I think this bill is very timely. My guess is that every member of Congress, as they went back to their states and districts over the August recess, were inundated by stories of regulatory overreach by the agencies, particularly of the Obama administration. Some of the really bad actors in terms of regulatory agencies, the EPA with their Boiler MAC rule, Utility MAC, the emission and ozone standards that they were proposing, and of course the NLRB with the Boeing decision and a number of rules promoting union organization is scaring businesses and preventing the creation of a good environment for job creation. Just to give you some sort of perspective in terms of how onerous these regulations are, the SBA conducted a study showing that $1.75 trillion is the annual cost of complying with regulations, and if you break that down by household, it's over $15,500 per household. The growth in the number of people in regulatory agencies imposing these rules has grown 16% under the Obama administration. It now totals over 275,000 individuals. In 2010, 3,573 new rules were finalized, and we added almost 25,000 pages to the Federal Register. And just to put that in perspective, the Federal Register, it's not an exact indicator in terms of the size of government, but it's a pretty good one. Back under FDR, the Federal Register totaled 8,000 pages. During the Nixon administration, it was about 500,000 pages. Now the Federal Register is over 3 million pages long. And that just gives you some idea of how large and how intrusive the federal government has become. Now I realize that the White House has acknowledged the problem. They're talking about it. They're saying that they've taken a hard look at regulations, and they're proposing the elimination of regulations that would save $10 billion over 5 years. But the fact of the matter is, in just July and August alone, they imposed 726 new rules and regulations, and 125 in total were either imposed or are being looked at that would add $17.7 billion onto regulatory compliance costs on an annual basis. Currently, there's 4,257 rules that are in some stage being written, and 219 that would cost over $100 million to comply with each year. So what this bill does, it would basically say stop the madness. It would prevent agencies from issuing new rules and regulations that harm our economy, that prohibit or inhibit job creators from actually expanding their businesses and creating jobs. It would reduce uncertainty. It would help restore confidence and create the positive environment for job creation. And quite honestly, I think this is a jobs bill, a jobs program that can actually pass. I have to believe every member of Congress heard the exact same thing from their district, so I'm looking forward to the House passing this thing quickly, sending it over to the Senate, and hopefully we can act on this, because this would give a real boost to our economy. So I'd like to thank my colleagues for coming here today, 26 co-sponsors in the Senate alone, and I'd also like to particularly thank Congressman Reed Ribble from the 8th District of Wisconsin, another citizen legislator. He's been a roofing contractor. This is his first shot at serving in government like mine. So, Reed, I'd like to turn it over to you at this point.